Hey, YouTubers, Tazman here, bringing you another episode of WoW versus DDO. And in our last, so just so you know, this one is actually being recorded again. I had so many episodes all backlogged, and I those are really handy to do and have if a vacation or a week comes up where you can't upload or something along those lines. However, you get behind as far as people leaving comments and trying to give your information, and then you have to wait until you catch up so you can, while on camera, say, oh yeah, and so said this. So I don't want to have my episodes quite be like that, where it, just for future reference, the standard will probably be one episode of, or two episodes of WoW versus DDO a week on Friday, starting at 10 o'clock, and the other one should release around 10:30. That's Mountain Standard Time, or Mountain Time, depending on if it's daylight savings or not. However, what I want to point out is one of those episodes will be focused on WoW, the other one will be focused on DDO. They were kind of running, we're in the starter area, blah, blah, blah. But now, like, I think in DDO we're level 2. In WoW, we're, level 10 or 11. So that's one thing I wanted to get out. The other thing I wanted to get out is this episode actually is not necessarily the WoW versus DDO standard one. This is the holiday highlight, just like I did last week. There was a holiday highlight on, I can't remember what DDO calls it, but it's their Halloween. So just in comparison and to let you guys see the differences, I was going to show you some of the spotlights of this one. Now there might be more in the DDO, and I'm not going to be able to show you everything in the WoW side of things, but I did want to kind of give you a good contrast between those so you can decide, I like WoW better, I like DDO better, I like them both. I personally do like them both. I think there are some really cool things about both of them. The next thing I wanted to talk about really quick is I am now no longer in the PTR. You'll notice down here in the corner there is nothing that says report bug or anything like that, because this is, the PTR has been released, and now the public test realm data has now been pushed to the live version. So now that level squish from being 120 down to 50 and so on and so forth is now in effect. And then the last thing is that I had to, because we are no longer in the PTR, I can't downgrade a character. Basically, I guess it's downgrade a character from the PTR and say I want this to be in the live version. They don't let you do that. I mean, you can copy your character. I guess copy is a better word. You can copy a character from the live version to the PTR, but you can't go backwards, which makes sense to me. So I basically had to go do Exile's Reach again. So I tried to get her as close to what we had before. She has different swords. She actually has her heirloom items. We talked a little bit about heirlooms that are things that scale with your character up to a certain level. So if we go into heirlooms here, you can see there are 2 helmets types available to her. We gave her this headband one, which might be this one. Let's hit control and hit enter. Yes, so that's that one. If we hit control and enter, that makes you look more like a ninja. We have some shoulders that we got, and we got our cape. Now, one thing about that I wanted to point out also is I don't like tabards. I like what they do because they give you the ability to gain reputations at a greater speed, I guess. Like if we click over this, doesn't this say like a lot of tabards, you can actually gain reputation for a specific faction or something at a faster pace. However, if you don't like tabards and you're like me and don't like them or something, there is an option where you can still have it and still gain that reputation. However, we should ride our horse. However, you what was I thinking? You don't have to have that display. By the way, these orange smokes have everything to do with Halloween. If I happen to go through one, you'll see, well, maybe if I stop in one, I think I might have went through it too fast. There we go. So you'll see for 2 minutes now I stink because this is a stink bomb. And this is part of the questings for Halloween and stuff. It's really fun. They definitely have you see. This guy stinks. He walked through it, so he has this yellow smoke. We don't have the yellow smoke. I'm not sure why, but I think in the past we have. Not 100% sure, but we'll just keep on going. By the way, as far as buffs like this go, so we have this stink bombed, and whoops, I didn't take my turn. We've been stink bombed, and where we can have these buffs up here, we can actually dismiss them by right clicking on them. Negative ones you cannot dismiss. You'll also notice, look, Stormwind has been all decked out. And where are we, by the way? Are we where? Yep, we're where I think we are. We're at the trade district. I actually wanted to go across here. I was going the right way. But it's all been decked out. We have Halloween decorations everywhere. We're almost there. It's just on the other side of this wall right here. But all festive and stuff. So we want to come here. This is a transmogrifier. Transmog is what everyone calls them. And if we come in here, we can actually click on him and we can say, I want to transmogrify my gear. So this generally, I think I mentioned this, I'm not 100% sure, but this allows you to have your gear, whatever it is, but you can make it look like something else. So we could make it so it doesn't look like we have on the hat at all. I'm not bad with the hat there, but if we click on, oh, this tabard cannot be transmogrified. Maybe this tabard is just a graphic. It didn't actually say anything about being a reputation gain. But you can come in here, for example, if we wanted to make our sword look different. If we leave it where it is, it's free. If not, it's going to cost 1 gold to do that. And then we have some pretty cool ones. There will be other ones as you see more items and get more items. Eventually I might find a sword that looks like this, or even this, or hammers that have lightning going off of them, or something along those lines. And we can always change what they look like to look more like that. Weapon enchantment. What does that do? Oh, maybe that's what makes them look like. So this, I think, shows our... That's new, I believe, because here we have our standard sword looking that way. But if we want to give it an enchant look, then we could do this, for example, make it smoking. That's 5 gold, though. Ouch. What about this guy? Looks like we'd do the same with that. So we could have smoking weapons for the low price of 10 gold. I'm okay with not having that. But anyway, one thing I usually will do is, like, I'll come in here sometimes, and I don't always like my cape to show. So lots of times, this is an heirloom cape, so I'm going to be wearing it all the way up to, what is the max level on this? To 29. So it'll be a little while before I take it off, and if I don't like to show it, I could just say, alright, well, let's just say no cape. And now you'll see that we will have no cape. And I can apply, usually the don't show is free. Also, I think we'll go ahead and take off our tabard. I don't think we need it. Go ahead and just throw it in our bag. And now we can actually see the cool armor that we actually have. One thing I've noticed is armor, like you can get other pieces of armor. I'm not sure if it uses a central piece of armor to kind of change the colors and stuff, but it does seem to, no matter what you choose, it has a common theme between it. So the color scheme seems to change. So let's go ahead. Now we look like we're just armored, and look, I think it looks better personally. I guess we shouldn't run. Let's go talk a little bit about the Halloween event, which is why we're here. So as you can see, this person has a broom that they've got, and we can get that. We might even get that, who knows. But Halloween events actually take place in the big cities where we are, of the various cities, and then you'll also have like commoners like this. You'll notice the fountain's been all decorated and stuff. Inside inns such as this, where there's an innkeeper, you'll find little quests such as this guy right here, which is to go trick-or-treating. So if we click on this, we can see, oh, and by the way, I have a couple modules or plugins or whatever that are in here that I kind of like, but normally we have that little brown page pop up and you just read through it. This kind of has the option of showing you in smaller chunks. It shows you what you're going to receive at the bottom, but like if there's a big chunk of text, it'll actually split it up. It will show you a picture of the quest giver. We'll definitely see that. And if you guys are interested, I'll go over the mods. Most of them are all just quality of life, make things a little easier. But as you can see, we're going to get a glove, basically a handful of treats. So if we click on this, you'll see that we got it, and we got a costume placed on us. So we now look like a ghoul. And this lasts 60 minutes. If I don't want this costume, I can always just right click on this guy right here. We'll go ahead and leave it on for now. But I wanted to point out, we did get that little glove thing, which is a handful of candy. It says right click to open, so it kind of acts as a bag that disappears. We have a 1-slot bag we got from it, and 3 tricky treats. Tricky treats is the currency for All Hallows Eve, or yes. So we're gonna come out here. Here's some commoners. You can see this guy's wearing an undead mask, so is she. He has a quest. We're gonna go ahead and get this because this is telling us some stuff. So here you'll see, for example, this is showing him, and it just adds one of his animations. So it says, when Hallow's End is over, we'll smash all these pumpkins. That'll be the greatest day ever known. And here's his quest. So here you can see it has 4 things. During Hallow's End, human orphanages have organized trips for their orphans to visit Alliance countryside villages. These poor children would love to see a real rogue like yourself. Why don't you visit them? You'll find orphans at Goldshire in Elwyn Forest, Caranos in Dunmorrow, and Azure Watch in Azure Mist. So that's the Draenor area. Speak to the Children's Ward, a costume orphan matron, and she'll introduce you to the children. So that's our quest there. We'll go ahead and accept it by clicking this guy down. Oh, clicking the actual thing. I was thinking it was and then he has another quest, so it's automatically throwing in the other quest here. Hallow's End is time of celebration, reflection, though many of us have forgotten why. Indeed, some aspects of the festival, like Wickerman, have been lost to time. So if I right click, I can actually force it to go through them quicker. I wonder if you can shift right click to go backwards. No, it doesn't seem like it. So if you don't read it quick enough, you can always go through it and get back. So this is another quest. We're not going to read the whole thing. So once again, look at all the cool pumpkins. We've got festive lighting. We got orange smoke, which we'll talk about in a minute. We had a stinky character right there. So it said basically to go outside the city gates, where the festivities are happening. Now also in some towns or the little areas, we went to Goldshire, I think, in the last episode. Look, all the guys have hats. I love it. we went to Goldshire, I think, in the other episode to get our professions. We did get professions on this one. Yes, we did our engineering. That's right. So out here, remember we used to have Brewfest. It is now gone and has been replaced with the Hallows Eve or Hallows End, which is basically the celebration of, I think it's the Forsaken, which is the undead people breaking away. I think it was from the Lich King. I don't remember exactly. But out here you can see we have lots of quests. We have Jesper here that will give us 10 tricky treats. Is that the Headless Horseman? Or the Shade of the Horseman or something. If you trigger treat for me, I'll trade you the candy you get for some I already have. So if we do what he wants, which is return to him, return to Jesper in front of Stormwind with Darnus Marispan Nomergon, Gumdrop, Stormwind Nougat, and Ironforge Mint. So if we bring him back those things, he will actually give us 10 tricky treats. Now, as I was saying, the tricky treats we use, and here's another one here. This is the turn in from out there. So we have a time to gain. This one is to use the bonfire in front of the Wicker Man. This will give us a tricky treat. We'll do that. And then we can turn in our other one, which is right here. And we get 2 silver for that. We have a repeatable daily quest here. Actually, this might not be daily. This might just be repeatable. Use the dowsing agent on the Wickerman in the ruins of Lodorron. So that is basically where the undead live. So it's saying go to the opposing faction's main base and put out their Wickerman. Now, I imagine at this low level, if there are guards too close by, they will detect you a mile away and come kill you dead instantly. So in that case, sometimes they don't have guards around it. It kind of looks like they don't have the guards really close, which means, and these guys aren't considered alliance, they're just people. Yeah, and he is too. So like you would probably, as a horde faction, come way back here and come douse our guy from back here where you won't. That is the shade of the horseman. So let's go ahead and get this last quest, and then we're going to go to Goldshire so you can see that. So here we have Stink Bombs Away. This is basically where, you know, those orange clouds we've been seeing in our city, we get to go put 25 in a horde in the Undercity, and they have a quest also to extinguish them as we do. So here's our cleanup quest. This will give us 3 tricky treats if we do it, and basically we just go and clean up all those orange clouds. And then we have Friend of a Need here, which is visit Anston Hastings at the Gilded Rose in the Stormwind Trade District. So we need to go to the Gilded Rose, which is that one right there. Alright, so the first quest, really easy to do, is to make sure our fire is still burning, because this guy might get put out by bad guys. Now, our benefit of doing this is we will actually get a buff that makes us so we gain experience 30% faster, I believe it was. So we're going to go ahead, there goes our fire, keeping our burning Wicker Man running, and now you'll see we have a 2-hour buff. Oh, it's 10%. That gives us a 10% increase on our XP. The next thing we're going to do is go turn it in, and then we're going to go to Goldshire. So here we go, we're going to get a tricky treat. Oh, actually, before we do that, and look at that, we just leveled by throwing a torch on the Wicker Man. So over here, you can see we have a pet vendor. We've talked about pets. These are basically the battle pets and such. And you know, they can follow you around. They're non-combat, so they won't help you fight. But so there's like the Sinister Squashling. You'll notice up top here it said collected 1 of 3, and that's because I already have this guy. I do not have the feline. I do not have Widget the Departed. Don't know who that is. I don't have the Cursed Birdman, which looks like a it looks like a bird, cat to me. Don't have Naxi. So if I get 150 of these things, as you can see, we're up to 4. It's cruising. We can also bob for apples and get 5 apples usually that restore 3% of your health. You can, when you get done fighting and you're low on mana or health, you can eat one of these and it will increase your regeneration of your health and mana for 25 seconds, 3%. So we have that. We have a wand vendor. These are super cheap. These we can cast on other people. We can cast it on ourselves. For example, if we wanted to be a slime, I guess, we could say we want to buy this. And now you'll see we'll go down from 4 to 2. And there we go. So if we want to turn someone else into a slime, it's not party member. Oh, it is party member now. It used to be you could just turn anyone. But now, if I select me, I guess, I'll be a slime instead.
I need to get closer.
Nope, I can't change myself. Can I hold shift? No, it has to be a party member. Well, that's kind of a bummer. So anyway, this is a wand that has 5 charges in it, and it basically puts a costume on of a slime. Let's go ahead and talk about our other vendors. We have a mask vendor. If you want a specific mask, you have a Murloc mask for 5. Murloc is kind of a fish person. You have Blood Elf masks, which is competition, I guess, or the other factions, Draenor, all the other types of things. We have toy and candy vendor, so we can get some candy here. We can get some toys, which are special little things that go in our toy box. I think that's the 4. Yes. And I wonder, can we actually get more apples that quick? I guess it doesn't have a cooldown. Oh, look, Blingbot. This guy's usually walking around other places. We can party. This is not part of Halloween, but he gives us a gift, which is really cool. And, you know, let's see what happens if we say let's party. We get a cool costume to go partying. Look like them. Alright, so we're going to run over to Goldshire. Actually, we're not going to run. We're going to ride over to Goldshire. Let's open that up and see what we get. We got some fireworks, a poison, and a potion, and a recycled scroll, which is just trash. Alright. I'm going to set those things in this other bag because I want to kind of keep the Halloween-y stuff all separated. So I guess I should probably do it to these two, which I just should sell. Our penny pouch. A 1-slot bag. Who wants that? Okay, so, oh, this horse is slow. Can't wait till we're level 20 and can increase its speed. So we're going to go to Goldshire. One thing that happens in Goldshire is a little event where the Shade of the Horseman, I think is what it's called. It's basically the Headless Horseman. Shadow, I guess. He rides around and will sometimes catch things on fire, and your job is to put them out, and of course you get rewards for doing that. We also have an inn in Goldshire, which we can actually trick-or-treat at again. So we're gonna come here, click on her. She's the orphan matron, and we can do that. And you'll see here, they're short lives. They're short lives.
Have a good one.
And now she gives us a quest to practice putting out the fire. So you'll notice this is some of the face stuff. You'll notice nothing's burning, but once we've done this and say accept, now we can grab water here, and if we turn around, nothing's still burning. So I guess we don't need to do it. Let's go in here real quick and trick or treat. Maybe we'll get another costume. So here we go. We have another bobbing for apples right here, and then we have our trick-or-treat bag. Let's go ahead and get it. Looks like we did get another costume of I think these are pirates wearing a costume. So you'll get lots of different costumes. If we go open that bag that we got, we got another penny pouch. That's stupid. Who wants a penny pouch? Is this place burning yet? There we go. Now he's starting to catch it on fire. So our job, that's the shade up there. He's orange, so we can't actually target him to hit him. We just had to wait a minute. We can click on this, put out a fire here. Go ahead, get another bucket. You can actually reach here, here, and up there without even moving, which is kind of nice. Because then you just click here, right click, click here, go up there. And these fires will kind of spread, like it'll jump, which is, I don't want to say nice, but it is, because then you still don't have to move. So there we go, and we have at least one more. Oh no, we need one more. We're gonna have to move because it's not gonna catch fire other things quick enough. So there we go. Nope, actually, do we need one more still? This guy's on fire too. We could go ahead and put him out. See if we can get that out. Hoorah! Oh, that's only 3? Oh, I thought we did R5. We got to get it before everyone else gets them all out. Oh, there we go. And there's 4. And let's do this one up here for 5. Oh, they got it before. Oh, nope, we got it. Yes. Alright, so now we can turn in this quest.
Hey there.
And we could redo it. There's our practice. And we get a tricky treat for that. And then we could ask about the Headless Horseman. Now that is one other thing. Oh, I have 2 costumes on me. I have the ghoul costume. Oh, I have 3 costumes on me. I could choose which one I like the best. There we go. We could be the ghoul again. Why not? I didn't know those stacked so well. So one other thing I want to point out. So there is an event where you can go into a dungeon, and the horse that dude was riding, is he still up there? Yeah, he's still up there. You can actually get that as a mount, which is kind of cool. And how you do that is, I'm not sure if you have to be a really high level to get that. Usually you have to get the epic loot bag. He's going to put a pumpkin here that we get a smash. There it is. Oh no, he just disoriented me. That was so rude. Once we're done with him, he'll go away for a little while, and there will be a pumpkin here in the middle. But what we can do is, if we go down to the group finder here, we can say we want a specific dungeon, and there's one called the Headless Horseman. And as you can see, what that does is you defeat the Mad Headless Horseman, and that's in the Scarlet... Is it called Scarlet something or other? I don't know who they're throwing it at. Are they throwing it at his horse? Kind of seems like it. Hold on, I want to see where that guard's throwing it. Is he over there? No, I think they're just putting it out. So anyway, from this you can get this loot-filled pumpkin, and inside the loot-filled pumpkin there's a chance that you can get that mount that he's riding on there. With the green hooves. It's kind of a coveted item because it's a rare drop. Only drops, I think, once a day. I'm not 100% sure. I don't think we get it in this one because it's the green one. It's the epic one, which means you have to have a higher level character. I like how he's not moving his feet. But I guess we could try and queue for it. The queue times could be kind of long, or you could actually go all the way to Tristfall Glades and do it there. Let's go ahead and just see maybe if we can queue for it and get into it at a lower level. I'm just waiting for this guy to throw his pumpkin down here. Because usually there's also a pumpkin right here that we can click on. Alright, well, we'll pretend like he did it. He did it when we got it. Yay! Let's go ahead and mount up. Now, even though it shows us on our horse as ourselves, we're still wearing the costume. I guess they don't have a model of that where it's riding a horse, so it switches back. We'll go ahead and turn in our other quest. We'll just stay in the queue. Well, we're at 30 minutes. I don't think we're going to get a chance. If you want to know more about this, let me know, and I can maybe make an additional video. However, yeah, shortly will be released, probably sometime after this. I don't remember if it's the next one or the next one.
King's honor, friend.
I'm ready to fly. We're not ready to do that.
Light.
We didn't get very good loot this time around. But anyway, let me know if you want to see this. I will... The next episode of WoW versus DDO, where it's with Lindy here, will basically be right after we record this pretty much. So I'm just looking right now, see if there's any orange smoke that we can find. We're going to go back where we started, because that's where we need to be for our next episode. And I need to join her to the guild. Usually there must be people cleaning up the orange smoke really well right now. Here's some. So we can click on this little guy right here, and boom. Of course, it makes us lose our horsey. And some of these events, I'm not sure if Hallow's Eve or Hallow's End does it, but some of these events will actually have more things unlock as the time progresses. I believe this one goes from the 18th of... Oh, I got too close to that. Can I unsneakify myself? Oh, I could. It goes from the 18th to, I think it's November 2nd. So there's quite a bit of time there. I don't think we're going to get all 10 of them. Oh, maybe we will. There's quite a few up here. Oh man, I'm kind of getting a cold, so if I sniff, and I probably have done it during this episode, I apologize. I don't like always doing that, but it happens. And now we're back where we started, basically. And I can be ready to record. Oh, we are going to get them all. Bing. There we go. Oh, we have one more. We could go to our backpack and actually get it manually. There we go. Okay, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up down below. Aside from that, comment, like, and subscribe. Follow me on Twitter. Check out my Discords and my other channels. And that's it. Until next time, I'll be seeing you later. Bye.